Welcome to my channel, good people. Time to refocus my lens on Ethiopia and Nigeria. Why? Because these two giants of Africa are now being referred to as a failed state. And to inform you, the two nations are now witnessing a state of anarchy. And civil war looms large. May become inevitable. Okay, now, before I soldier on, I am speaking as a concerned African citizen. And I'm not in support of any group or organization in these two countries. So grab some peanut, popcorn if you like, water, and then subscribe. You see, these two nations, as I speak, and again, simultaneously, are witnessing a very peculiar problem, which is now tearing the two nations apart. Things are now falling apart by the day. Okay, now, let me start with Nigeria. And let us examine some of the reasons why the Igbos and the Yorubas are now demanding for Biafra Republic and Oduduwa Republic respectively. However, before now, there were various events in the history of Nigeria in the 60s and 70s that eventually led to the Biafran and Oduduwa agitation and a quest for secession. Meanwhile, let us fast forward, starting from say the year 2015, when IPOD was formed by Nnamdi Kanu. Its agitation took on an aggressive dimension. Just a few months after the new government was inaugurated, I'm referring to Buhari, Kanu broadcast on Radio Biafra from London quickly gained popularity, especially among the Igbos. The question is, why is Nnamdi Kanu demanding for Biafra? Now, again, why are the Yorubas also demanding for Oduduwa Republic, Oduduwa Nation, if you like? Okay, some of the reasons include the following: corruption, favorism, stealing, nepotism, and looting of the national treasury by the politicians. Lack of infrastructures, for instance. Somebody once told me that since he was 6 years old, he often heard the word quote and unquote "up NEPA," and 30 years later, the word "up NEPA" is now a slogan among his children. Okay, those in Nigeria will relate to what I'm talking about. That said, you see, the principal or primary reason, what eventually triggered the agitation for secession is due to the killing, raping, kidnapping of innocent Nigerians by Boko Haram. The X-Men, referred to as Katuriera, who often goes about with their AK-47, and another group called SCHWAB. Okay, to inform you, Boko Haram means Western education is forbidden. They refer to Western education as satanic, unlike the Yorubas and Igbos and other ethnic groups who appreciate the value of education. And that explains why Chibok girls were kidnapped by Boko Haram, raped, and killed. And since then, the kidnapper never ceased. Shortly afterwards, the Fulani X-Men started kidnapping, demanding ransom. It may come to you as a surprise that the CAN president, which is the Christian Association of Nigerian President, was kidnapped and killed when the ransom was not paid on time. Thereafter, the killing spread to the southwest of Nigeria, the Yoruba geographic location, and several Yorubas were killed or kidnapped. And it was even reported that Anoba was killed. And under the disguise of Fulani cattle areas, the Fulani jihadists continue with their massacre. And many notable Nigerians, military men, civilian and clergymen call on the president, who is also a Fulani man, to look into the matter. But it may surprise you that the president seems not to be bothered by their call. Rather, the government of Buhari systematically normalize the killing or sweep it under the carpet. And those who are caught perpetrating the authorities were granted amnesty and recruited by the Nigerian army. Yes, you had me correct. The killers and the kidnappers were being pardoned. Why no compensation were being paid to the victims? Meanwhile, why the nation is being plagued by insecurity as the killing and kidnapping continues on daily basis all over the country. Perpetually, the looting of the national wealth continues without any accountability. And it may come to you as a surprise that Buhari is here to tell the nation where all the money recovered from past and present politicians are kept. The wife of Buhari at a point in time said the government has been hijacked from his husband by some few Hausa Fulani Kaba, meaning Buhari is not in control. And if you ask the average Nigerian, they will allude to the fact that Nigeria is a failed state already. Things are fast falling apart, and the center is very, very, very weak, about to collapse. And it does seem to me as though no government at the centers of affairs. Consequently, the need for secession by the Yorubas and Igbos becomes a necessity, more so because of the security of their citizens. And the quest for the Oduduwa nation becomes inevitable. Please wait. Hear what the Yoruba said and why they deem it fit to secede. Hear from Professor Banji Akitoye. I'm just going to read some of his statement. Okay, now. Our nation whole future is very uncertain, and I'm quoting him now, and look very bleak because of the masses of our uneducated, because of the masses of our educated youth roam the street without any hope of job. Most of them unable to marry and start raising their children. Some falling into crimes, and countless hundreds of thousands seeking ways to flee abroad. Among most back home in Nigeria, various Nigerian policies and realities discourage the spirit of enterprises among our people. Businesses are failing. Others are relocating to other countries, and prospect of employment continue to plummet. Most of the industry established by our leaders in the 50s have closed shop, and most of other assets created 5 decades ago have been allowed to perish. It continues. He said, since 2014, gangs of Fulani herdsmen and militants coming from the Nigerian northwest and other parts of the Nigeria far north have been destroying farms in our farmland, killing large numbers of farmers and farmers' wives and children, raping and killing women, destroying villages. It has been the same in the homeland of many people of Nigerian Middle Belt, in the Igbo homeland, in the southeast, and homeland of many of people of the south. I suppose you get the picture. Okay, that said, please join me in part 2 of this series, where I will discuss the ongoing development in Ethiopia. As I mentioned earlier, Ethiopia is also at the brink of collapse. And check this video titled Breaking News: Ethiopia and Nigeria Break Up, why the 2 giants of Africa will collapse. You'll see the clip at the end of this video. Meanwhile, my channel is about investing. Check some of the videos like bonds liquid, how to open today AMERITRADE and SCHWAB international account for Africans and Asian. I'm convinced you gain a lot. Here comes the best part. Subscribe, like, and comment. Remember, our target is 500 subscribers. Thanks a million for all those who already subscribed. And the goal is to generate wealth, build companies, and then create jobs. Bye now. See you soon.